apparently the ECB disagreed with me. This is real, okay? I didn't make this up. ECB asset purchases have reduced inequality. I said that. Reduced inequality in the Eurozone, our research shows. Okay, so the extreme bias here, the ECB showed their own report that said that they didn't create increased inequality, but actually reduced inequality. They have especially benefited low-income households, which suffer the most from unemployment. Fantastic. You can see the chart at the bottom if you're interested, but you can go into the report, see it further. Quantitative easing refers to central bank purchases of assets such as stocks and bonds to increase the money supply when interest rates are too low for conventional rate cuts to provide further policy accommodation. QE has stimulated economic activity and asset prices, affecting income and wealth inequality among households. I had somebody who commented on the channel just today, in fact, as I record this, and they said that, in fact, quantitative easing has nothing to do with what we see with equities. There's no relationship there. And these fools, unfortunately, are either putting their heads in the sand or they do not understand what is happening today. Even the ECB is willing to admit that part of it. That's their goal. We want to print money out of thin air and we want to put it where we decide it's beneficial. Now, do you think for a second here that if you're going to support the people, the low-income households, as they suggest, that it's wise to take money out of thin air, print it up, and buy up the debt of a company like BMW, for instance? Wouldn't it make more sense? I'm not advocating this at all. However, wouldn't it make more sense to take that money and just give it to people? Wouldn't it make more sense? I'm not saying that that should be done ever. I don't even agree with the concept of central banking. However, if you just give it to people directly, then they can spend it on what they need. They might throw it away. They might use it on something garbage. Who knows? But that, even in a short term, might stimulate the economy. But by buying the debt of these companies that might have to fail, if they do, that's okay, maybe. Well, you're getting this propaganda and people simply suck it up. Now, this article and the next one is basically just some interesting information out of Denmark. This was brought to me by a subscriber. Now, it's a translated article, both of these, and obviously it's not going to be perfect, but take a look at this. It is good times to borrow money, and it affects several Danish mortgage loans where the interest rate is negative. They go into the details here, but you know what I'm getting at with this. As well as this one here, I might as well just show you. You can actually go through mortgage loan bond prices for mortgage loans and payments, see all the details there. Imagine for a second that you get paid on a mortgage. That concept might be completely upside down for most people. Typically, what you do is you go to the bank, you get a mortgage, you're paying, let's just say, 4% for that. They give you the loan. You have to pay, let's say, 4% on it. Okay, good. Over that 30-year period, you're going to be paying it back. Throughout this period of time, you got the interest on top of that. But what if the mortgage rate was negative and they were paying you? Well, that just distorts everything. What the central bank has done has completely destroyed the value of your currency. It's a fiat currency to begin with, but it's made it even worse. It has made it intentionally bad so that people have to spend it to put money into the economy constantly. If they were to stop doing this, if they were to maybe just keep it flat or maybe bring it to a realistic level, this would destroy their economy, and this goes for all of the others. Imagine today, no matter where you look, we are seeing the exact same issues, and that is simply that interest rates are historically low. Doesn't matter where you look. Historically low interest rates, this is a guaranteed failure. We're going to see countries that go into the negative way further than they did this time around. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to highlight that basically because I think it is important to see how bad the performance has been, not just in Italy and Germany now. However, it's everywhere. And you could see that in different ways. If you're trying to look at it based on a certain FANG stock and their earnings report, you're just, you're just not seeing the whole picture, unfortunately, and you're going to get sideswiped eventually. And that's all for this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up, and give me a thumbs up if you're supporting this channel. If you want to know how to support this channel, how to support freedom and liberty and knowledge and truth, you just click the like button, and that's how you do it. One button really does support me. If you want to add to that support, you can just put a comment there. If you don't know what to put anything related to this video. You can write debt, you can write mortgage, you can write Germany, you can write Italy, anything you want, put it below, and I will try to reply to more people than any other individual I've seen out there making videos. I try to do as much as possible. I spend sometimes much more than an hour a day just replying to people. So I just want to thank you all for your comments. I really do appreciate them. And last but not least, if you want the financial education that was not taught to you in school, these two books have everything that you need. So you read through these two simple books, you got everything, all the knowledge from A to Z. Check them out at the link in the description. If you want the audiobook version, you can get that at themoneygps.com.